The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Thursday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And the rain has made its return.
Yes, some it might be welcome. I think for a lot of folks, though, it's probably more than its fair share of welcomeness so far this season. But yes, it's arrived. In fact, the look outside right now on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, pretty widespread for much of the Mohawk Valley this morning. We do have some pockets. The air appears to be cold enough in those absolute highest hilltops in the Adirondacks, or even some of a wintry mix in snow. You can see it with that blue there as well. So it's a cold rain this morning. Temperatures begin in the 40s, and we really aren't warming up all too much when it comes to that. You can see the wraparound rain expected. This is this broad area of low pressure. This will move its way north, and we are tracking yet again more of that backside rainfall to arrive later on in the day today. So again, those temperatures today, my goodness, only in the upper 40s for highs. Matter of fact, we could be seeing record cold with this weather today. We'll let you know how close we are to that record, and if we have more record-setting days coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Well, let's hope not, right?
Yeah.
Eric, thanks. Well, this morning, Ilion police are
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back to Sunrise. The time now is 5:12, and heading out the door this morning. Keep that umbrella handy pretty much the entire time. It would be a pretty rainy day today, especially in the morning hours. Here's a look at some area roadways. You can see here it's pretty damp. There is some minor ponding on locations that have poor drainage. For example, some of those low pockets of the arterial might have some hydroplaning taking place, but that, of course, is nothing severe. It's just minor, but something to mention early today. The traffic flow across central New York looking okay. No accidents to report of early this morning. And again, the radar is picking up on that widespread rain in the Mohawk Valley. Now, this is probably about as heavy and as steady as the rain will be throughout the entire day today. There will be pockets of on and off rain, but again, the steadiness will be not nearly as consistent. So this morning, rain showers, temperatures in the 40s, still remaining in the 40s this afternoon with scattered showers. And again, we are looking at how long this rainfall lasts and if it continues into the weekend coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
welcome to November, right?
Yes, November and May.
Feels like it. Millions of Americans.
You need to know. Will they need a jacket? An umbrella? What should your kids wear to school tomorrow? Get the bus stop forecast only from Storm Tracker 2. Brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group. Don't let the weather spoil your day. Watch for the Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast and be ready for your drive to and from work. The Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast is brought to you by the Pratt Munson College of Art and Design. Visit Pratt Munson today and ignite curiosity and creativity.
Come get your children's miracle drawing ticket in person, Thursday, May 22nd at Chenatry's Hometown Market from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. They will be on site accepting cash, check, or credit card, so come and get your children's miracle drawing ticket, Thursday, May 22nd at Chenatry's Hometown Market.
Can you accept any piece?
The Oneonta Cam is brought to you by Semicron Danfoss. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, on this Thursday. Today is expected to be a cold and rainy one, as well as a cloudy one, but that's pretty much a given. But I do want to emphasize that we are cutting it close for record cold highs. Now, what does that mean? It means that the highest temperature of the day doesn't exceed one of these. If we don't reach 47 today, we'll break the all-time coldest high temperature set here in Utica. Friday, the high of 44. I think we'll break that one, but this is the one we're keeping a close eye on. The last time it was this cold was in 2006 on Friday in 1963, to give you perspective on how cold it is compared to average. In fact, we can see here on the day planner, today's highs, we are nearing that record. But look at this. Our normal high this time of year sits at 71 degrees. This is quite the difference. And we'll be tracking this throughout the day today, as well as cool temperatures heading into the start of Memorial Day weekend. But it will gradually warm up as we head throughout the weekend and next week. A live look at downtown Utica, as you can see here, damp roadways early this morning and temperature beginning at 44 cool degrees with a decent wind. That wind has that feels like temperature at 37. It was very cold walking into work this morning, and you'll probably feel it as you leave the house too. Radar here indicating that widespread rain, and we look out and we can see this massive low pressure system that is influencing our weather today, and it's producing all that rain and cold. So clouds prevail the next few days, unfortunately. Rain prevails as well for the next several days. And we'll watch how it behaves as we head into Memorial Day itself because, as you can see here, this low pressure remains pretty stubborn. We also have two separate areas of lows, and that backside is what we're tracking right now because it could fire up some more showers on Saturday as well as on Sunday. So to our Skycast today, on and off rain throughout the morning, afternoon, and evening. We are tracking some drying conditions heading into early Friday, but then we'll see more rain showers develop Friday evening and Friday night. As we head into Saturday, notice some spots in the highest elevations in the Adirondacks could see a wintry mix. Again, we're not tracking anything accumulating, but still, it's going to be a pretty cool stretch. And then Saturday, mostly cloudy, damp with a few spotty light rain showers. So it's going to be a damp one, not necessarily a complete heavy rain washout, but still with these rain shower potential chances there. We'll keep a close eye on how Saturday forms. So light rain, if any, Saturday, lingering spotty showers Sunday with some peaks of sunshine. When it comes to Memorial Day, we are watching the chances for some pop-up showers later in the day, and that's our biggest concern because if they don't pop up, we're tracking sunshine. But again, it's a bit too far in advance to look at it, but it's something we're keeping a very close eye on because everyone wants to know how Memorial Day shapes up.
We're crossing our fingers for the best. Eric, thanks. Well, as Fleet Week kicks off, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore. Meteorologist Eric Gage is in, and Eric, as we mentioned already, the rain is back.
Yeah, rain is back and in full force for parts of the area. It's a pretty damp start to your day today. A look outside and some of the cameras we have across central New York, and you can see here a pretty common scene. It's cloudy, it's damp, it's raining, and it's cold. That's another thing to mention too. The temperatures this morning are beginning in the 40s and will remaining in the 40s throughout the entire day today. A live look at the York Full Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Here's that widespread rain. It's moving its way north. This is about as steady as the rain will be for the entire day today. We've got pockets of dry air mixing in. That's going to cause on and off rain compared to steady rain. But still, today's temperatures beginning in the mid 40s and peaking only in the mid to upper 40s. In fact, with this cold stretch, we could be cutting it close for record-setting temperatures. I'll let you know how close we get to it, plus if any more record-setting days are on the way in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. New this morning, 2 staff members.
The Oneonta Camp is brought to you by Semicron Danfoss.
A cold, windy, and rainy May day out there today, but that's not going to stop us from showing our photo of the day today, which I think would brighten some of those dampened spirits. This is taken in Schuyler. Shout out to those of you watching from Schuyler this morning, of a double rainbow with, I think the most important part of this picture here is the fact that they captured that small tree right in the middle of that entire bow of that rainbow. So unfortunately, with the lack of sunshine today, the rain showers will not be accompanied by any rainbows, but still, thank you to the viewer who submitted this photo. If you have a photo like this you would like to share with us, you can send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. A programming note to mention: we have been working behind the scenes on our severe weather show. It debuts tonight at 7 p.m. on CBS Utica, as well as on Saturday on WKTV at noon. So if you want to know a bit about the warnings and watches and the trends of severe weather, recapping last year's severe weather, all that will be included in the show. And again, you can tune into it tonight on CBS Utica at 7 o'clock. You can, of course, watch it after nightly news. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We Nick fans are,
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone. On this Thursday, today we begin with cloudy skies, rain showers, cold temperatures, and focusing in on that cold temperature part here. We are close to a record today for record cold. The coldest high temperature on record today was back in 2006. It was 47 degrees. Tomorrow, the record high was 44, set back in 1963. Now, I do think we'll break this record, but this one we're cutting it close. The reason for it, as you look at today's high temperature expected, we will be only in the mid to upper 40s, maybe passing the 47-degree mark. So this is definitely a cold day by any record means. Keep in mind, our normal high sits at 71, so this is much cooler than average and about as cold as we can get this time of year. A live look at downtown Utica. As you head out the door this morning, you'll encounter some wet roadways out there. Still some light to moderate rainfall in parts of our area and temperatures in the 40s. With that wind chill, it feels like 37 out, so it is still a cold morning. Definitely grab that jacket when you leave to head out to work today. The radar still picking up on those on and off rain showers. This is driven by this broad area of low pressure, which is surging in from the southwest, bringing unsettled weather throughout the entire day today. That, of course, will usher in pretty much cloudy skies for the next few days, as well as rain showers for the next few days. However, the intensity will weaken following Friday and into Saturday and Sunday. Either way, here's a look at the system here. It's not just one center of low pressure. We actually have two centers. One's going up the coast, one's inland, and this inland low is that nuisance one. It's still going to linger into this early part of Saturday and produce maybe a few pop-up showers on Sunday. Still, though, in the short term, today it's cool, it's rainy, it's cloudy, it's windy, it's a cold one. No silver lining here. I wish I could usher in some glimpse of sunshine today or something that could make it a little nicer, but either way, it is a cold spring day out there today. We'll see the rain shower intensity weaken. Maybe that's the good news here. It won't be nearly as steady and widespread as this morning. And then by tonight, we quiet down. Rain showers develop throughout the day tomorrow and then remain more steady heading into Saturday or Friday night to Saturday morning with maybe some snow or at least a wintry mix in the highest elevations of the Adirondacks. Still cutting it close for rain showers Sunday, as well as, of course, on Memorial Day. For now, pop-up showers possible, but not nearly widespread. We'll track that, plus how we can expect the rest of next week to shape up as we get more data coming in the next few days. We'll be right back.
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Thursday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And if you get ready to head outside this morning, definitely bring a jacket.
Yeah, I put my jacket on, I walked out the door, and I realized this might not be enough. It was very cold out there this morning. In fact, that feels like temperature in the 30s.
Oh, my.
A look at the current conditions out there right now. Again, the main thing, not only is it cold, it's raining, but it's also windy out there, an east-southeast wind of 16 miles an hour. That's just going to cause that feels like temperature to plummet into the mid-30s. So if you're hoping for spring weather, this is more of like a late winter weather or even late fall. As Gary mentioned, November conditions out there today. Well, maybe the silver lining here. Sunrise at 5:35, sunset 8:28. Can't really complain about that if we could see the sunshine. But either way, it's cloudy out there right now. It's damp out there this morning. Rain showers across the board in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. And we got a few pockets of heavier rainfall south of Syracuse. But what I want to mention, too, is the rainfall is at its steadiest early today. We've got pockets of dry air that'll bring on and off rain throughout the morning afternoon and evening. So not a completely steady rain, but still it's likely to be pretty much a washout for the entire day today. So high temperatures, you can see here, very cold, only in the mid to upper 40s. Matter of fact, we're cutting it close for setting records. Have a look at how it stands, if we could break a record, and if there are any more record-setting days coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. This morning, Ilion Police.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Time now is 6:12, and as you head out to work this morning, you'll be encountering, yes, rain and cold. It's a cold, damp start to your day today, and it really doesn't warm up all too much. In fact, a look at some of the area roadways out here right now. We have a live look at Boonville, Herkimer, Bridgewater, and in New Hartford. In all four locations, damp roadways, even some minor ponding on some poor drainage areas. But again, the impactful weather isn't really all too impactful. Still, look at the traffic tracker this morning. Lots of green across the board. No major concerns, no accidents to report of early today. In the radar, indicating that widespread rain is moving through the area. Now, it will be tapering off a little bit. We'll have pockets of dry weather in between these rain showers, so expect on and off rain throughout the day today. But still, that cold weather will be persistent. Temperatures in the 40s, rain this morning, and then same thing this afternoon. Still in the mid-40s with pockets of rain for your evening commute. As you look ahead to the next few days, maybe a slight warm up, but we'll have a look at the potential record-setting temperatures we'll be dealing with in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. As Fleet Week
Swell your day. Watch for the Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast and be ready for your drive to and from work. The Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast is brought to you by the Pratt Munson College of Art and Design. Visit Pratt Munson today and ignite curiosity and creativity.
Golfers, get your WKTV golf card today. Don't miss out.
The Oneonta Cam is brought to you by Semicron Danfoss. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, on this Thursday. Today, we begin with cool conditions, cloudy skies, rain showers. It's pretty much a cool and dreary day today. No silver lining with that. But I will say this, we had the potential of breaking a record today with that cold. In fact, the coldest day, the coldest high temperature on record for today was set back in 2006 of 47 degrees. Now tomorrow's high of 44. I think we won't break that one, but we had the potential of breaking today's coldest high. Because, look at the forecast as we head into today, highs only in the mid to upper 40s, even if that. We're cutting it close by a few degrees. And just look at the difference compared to our normal high. We sit at 71 on average for this time of year. In the meantime, we're talking wind chills in the 30s this morning. So it was quite the difference, that's for sure. A live look at downtown Utica. Rain on the lens of our Nexus Center camera. As you see outside, it's a rainy start to your day today. You can see it here as well. Temperature 44, decent wind, keeping those feels like temperatures at 37 degrees. Grab that jacket this morning. It feels very cold out there. Radar still picking up on those rain showers. Now, the rain will be not nearly as steady over the next several hours compared to overnight, but we still have pockets of rain. Expect pretty much a washout, on and off rain for the entire day today. And when it comes to cloud cover, pretty consistent overcast skies. Maybe Sunday we'll see some glimpses of sunshine. Same thing for rainfall, pretty much a good supply of rain between now and the end of the week. And this is all driven by this massive area of low pressure. We've actually got two centers of low pressure, one up the coast in nor'easter and then a secondary low. This is the one that'll be pretty much a nuisance, bringing wraparound rain into our area heading into the early part of Memorial Day weekend. And so looking at our skycast today, here's that widespread rain. It lifts north. We'll see some pockets of dry weather here and there, but still on and off rain showers are expected throughout the entire day today. Tonight, things dry up a little bit. We begin with, I would say, mix of clouds and on and off rain Friday morning. Throughout the day, we'll see rain showers begin to develop and turn more widespread overnight into early Saturday. You can see here as well the pockets of snow or even a wintry mix possible in the highest elevations to the north. So your 7-day forecast, we've got these cooler temperatures in the 40s and 50s, slowly reaching the 60s by Monday and Tuesday of next week. And hopefully, again, that rain holds off for Memorial Day and temperatures remain pretty warm in the 60s. So fingers crossed, that's how it shapes up.
Better days got to be ahead, right? Yes. Eric, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libitor. It is raining yet again, but is there some better weather in store? Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, there is, but it may be days away, right?
Yeah, that's right. We're going to be stuck in this weather pattern for quite a while, at least a few days. In fact, it's not only a rainy pattern, but a cold one. Look at this right here. Again, the temperature of 44 out there right now, but also, look at this. Feels like temperature of 37. It is definitely a cold morning out there. You would want to grab any jacket that'll make you feel warm as you head out to work today, along with that umbrella, obviously. That wind speed is the key here. It is a blustery day out there today, along with that cold rain and those cloudy skies. A look at some area conditions here across central New York. You can see rain on the lens here next to center camera, rain across the board in the Mohawk Valley, and just overall damp, cloudy conditions. Radar still looking at that rain moving north. It is weakening a little bit. We will be tracking on and off rain throughout the day compared to the widespread rain we saw earlier this morning. So you will have pockets of dry weather here and there, but still, you wait a few hours, it's going to rain again. And that's the case with what's going on right now. We got this massive area of 2 centers of low pressure that'll be producing these on and off showers throughout the day. So again, today's temperatures peaking in the mid to upper 40s. Yes, we're nearing Memorial Day, and our high temperature will be at 45 to 47 degrees. In fact, this could be approaching record-setting cold. We'll have the details on how close we are to that record and if any more records can be broken in the next few days. Gary?
Thanks, and don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. 2 staff members of
Channel 2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli.
Is brought to you by Semicron Danfoss.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Well, today is a cold one, a rainy one, a windy one, but that's not going to stop us from showing something that will brighten your day at least a little bit. And this one is a photo sent in to us from Skylar. So a shout out to Skylar this morning of a double rainbow overlooking a single tree in a field. So overall, I love the photography skills here, capturing the entire rainbow and just the overall scene here. So shout out to Skylar, those of you watching from Skylar this morning, and thank you to the viewer who submitted this photo. If you have one you'd like to share of this, you can send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Now, a programming note. Behind the scenes, we've been working on our severe weather show that'll be debuting tonight at 7 p.m. on CBS Utica. So if you want to know a little bit about safety when it comes to tornadoes, when it comes to lightning, and watches and warnings, everything you need to know, plus recapping last year's severe weather. We have all that in the show tonight at 7 p.m. Also re-airing on WKTV NBC this weekend, released Saturday at noon. Gary?
Eric, thanks for consoling me this morning as we Knick fans are in a state of
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone. We are tracking cloudy skies, rainy conditions. Overall, it is a damp start to your day today. Matter of fact, it's a cold one as well. And we are actually approaching record-setting cold. Here's a look at the record highs, or the record coldest highs. One for today and one for tomorrow. 47, the temperature that was the coldest ever for 2006. Friday, 44 for tomorrow, set back in 1963. So we have the potential of breaking this record today because today's high only sitting at 47, maybe 48 degrees. If we do that, we'll be the coldest May 21st on record, May 22nd, I should say. Either way, 71, the temperature, the normal high this time of year, so you can see just how different it has been seasonal-wise with the cold we've been experiencing recently. Downtown Utica, rainfall in the lens here. It's a rainy start to your day today, and temperatures again in the 40s with a decent wind, and that wind chill feels like temperature of 37 out there. So make sure you find ways to stay warm. Some of you might cave and turn on the heat. I know some folks might put the ACs in already, but it's still heat time in parts of our area. Look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We've got this rainfall. It's not nearly as steady as overnight. We'll be seeing some on and off rain throughout the day, but it still is expected to be a little bit of a washout. And this is driven by this broad area of not only one, but two areas of low pressure. So cloudy skies expected the next few days, rain showers expected the next few days. Really no major changes. There will be some pockets, again, of drying conditions. Mostly cloudy skies, not a complete steady rain for all these days, but still you can see here this lingering moisture from this backside low will be dragging in some rain heading into as early as Saturday. So on our Skycast, we've got these rain showers on and off throughout the day today, high temperatures in the 40s. Tonight we'll see some partial drying, and then throughout the day Friday, rain develops yet again, highs in the upper 40s to low 50s. Then Friday night into Saturday, widespread rain, potential for a wintry mix in the highest elevations up north. Still, though, much of our area will just see rain. So your 7-day forecast, we're in the 50s by Saturday and Sunday, approaching 60s by Memorial Day itself. And as I mentioned previously, we're watching very closely on how that forecast shapes up for Memorial Day itself. For now, maybe some rain shower, scattered pop-up showers, if that, but there will be some opportunity for sunshine. So we'll see if it dries up or if it turns more damp in the coming days. Hopefully more of the former.
Opportunity.
Yes.
For some sun. Finally. Millions of Americans are...
News with Gary Liberatore.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
Record-breaking day so far.
Yes, as long as we don't go a degree higher, we'll match the record set back in 2006. 47, the temperature was the warmest it got then.
I hope it doesn't get to 48.
Yeah, well, 47, 48, potatoes, still the same thing. It's either way, it's cold out there. That's one thing. Out there right now, a live look at those temperatures. 47 balmy degrees out there. It is May 22nd. My goodness, it is a cold afternoon. On top of that, we've got those strong winds of 15 miles an hour. It feels like 41 out. It is just a cold and blustery day out there today. Not only that, it's a rainy one, as if you can add more fuel to the fire or more rain to the forecast. We've got rain showers pretty much in all parts of central New York right now. We got some pockets of moderate to heavy rainfall in some of these narrower cells right now. One of them actually passing through parts of the thruway corridor right there and heading into the Mohawk Valley. We can see this larger scale side of things as this band continues to shift its way north. We'll see this on and off rain throughout the day today, with temperatures remaining in the mid to upper 40s. This might be as warm as we get today. Then tonight, back down into the low 40s. And on top of that, we have another cooler day today. Will that be a record-breaking forecast? Of the details on that coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We have brand new information.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Today, shaping up to be pretty cold so far. And I mentioned we were on the cusp of breaking a record today. In fact, that record coldest high of 47 set back in 2006. And we've matched it already. If we don't warm up any more today, we'll add 2025 to that record book right there. Tomorrow, The record coldest high was 44 degrees. I think we'll be a little warmer tomorrow, but still, we'll see how that shapes up. That was set back in 1963. So we have had a crazy cold stretch of weather today and likely through tomorrow. And again, we started out in the 40s, warming up into the mid to upper 40s this afternoon. I want to focus, though, on this number right here. 71 is the normal high this time of year. We don't see temperatures in the 40s. By the way, our normal low is 49 degrees. So you can see our daily high today is colder than our normal low, to put in perspective on just how cold this stretch is. And along with this cold, we have just this nuisance area of low pressure, widespread on and off rain for much of the Northeast. And this is what's causing this cooler than average pattern. As you can see here, in the short term, we will see a return to 60s, maybe upper 60s by next week. We're not out of the woods with cold weather just yet, but at least for now, we're going to see some more signals of near average or slightly above average. You can see here, 8 to 14 days out. This is between the 29th and the 4th. And you can see here, we got some red and some gray. Gray means 70s. So although it doesn't quite look like a major heat wave compared to what we have today, definitely the case. So here's that bigger picture. We've got that low pressure off the coast and that lingering low. This is the one we have to be mad about, because this is the one that's bringing lingering rain, even a few areas of a wintry mix in the highest elevations in the Adirondacks. So we look here in the Skycast. This morning, that wave of rain moved through this afternoon. Initially, some peaks of dry conditions, but here's more of that rain moving in. And this will continue into the evening hours for your evening commute. But as you can see here, overnight tonight, drying up a little bit. But as we head throughout Friday, watch what happens. That rain begins to move its way back in again. And we've got rain showers expected for the evening and into the overnight into early Saturday. And with the latest data that's come in, we finally have some higher resolution data on what happens as you look ahead to the second half of Memorial Day weekend. And our thoughts are still there. There's still some lingering rain Sunday. Unfortunately, I think we'll lean more toward that rain shower forecast. On Monday, there will likely be sunshine, but there will also likely be some pockets of rain showers. So we're not entirely dry, but our thoughts are for now, that's how the forecast shapes up. Expect to bring sunglasses, but keep that umbrella handy for any outdoor activities or any outdoor events for Memorial Day.
See what we get.
Yes.
Eric, thanks. Well, we are meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now, and we are seeing some windy conditions today. But when we came in early this morning around 4 o'clock, there were a lot of debris up on Smith Hill.
Yes, I noticed that too on some of the roadways. You got all that rainfall, the trees are soaked, you get those winds, and those very small branches will end up falling pretty easily. Yeah. In fact, along with that wind, how about the cold that goes with that too? You get some pretty strong winds, those wind chills cool down. You look at this graphic here, we've got temperatures in the 40s, wind chills in the upper 30s, low 40s. This doesn't look like a May day to you, does it? In fact, a look at the current conditions right now, still at 47, rain showers, still decent winds at 15 miles an hour, feels like 41 out. That's the case here today. It is cool, it's windy, and on top of that, it is a rainy one out there too. So this is what's going on currently, this rainfall, which is also aiding in the cooler feels like temperature. Steady rainfall taking place right now in the Mohawk Valley as that south wind carries more moisture. We are tracking the end of this widespread rain later on today, plus what we can expect heading into tomorrow, and plus the new information on that forecast heading into Memorial Day weekend and Memorial Day itself coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. 100,000.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. It's a cold, rainy, windy one out there. There's really no sugarcoating it, but it is still late May, and we'll eventually see this warm up. Just bear with us. Eventually we'll get that warm trend looking ahead. But still, Cooperstown live view right now, 45 cool degrees with rain showers. Much of the state, same story. 40s across the board, 53 out in Rochester. Radar and satellites picking up on all this widespread rainfall right now. There are pockets of dry weather here and there, north and south of Utica, but in the Mohawk Valley itself, we're dealing with that rainfall pretty consistently right now. So the temperature today peaking in the mid 40s. Tomorrow, same story, mid to upper 40s here. Then by Saturday and Sunday, the start of Memorial Day weekend, it's still looking to be unsettled, on and off light rain and temperatures in the 50s. Then we'll slowly see a warm up by the beginning of next week. We're not out of the woods with cold weather just yet, but at least we're going to slowly see this surge away from this consistent cool down. Matter of fact, 8 to 14 days out. This includes the dates between May 29th and June 4th. You can see here that cold sticks around in the south, but here locally, we're in a slightly around average to a very fringe above average, meaning that we'll be in the low 70s, the potential for that by the end of the month in early June. So we could have some pockets of cool weather, but the jet stream, which is dipping down, that dip down is what's causing this cool pattern, eventually will move its way north. There will eventually just be too much warm air south of us to really impact cold weather into our area. So it's just a matter of time. Give it time. Either way, on our Skycast today, widespread rain, on and off rainfall later on this evening and tonight. It actually dries up a little bit as we head into the overnight hours. Then by tomorrow, we start out with cloudy skies, on and off drizzle, and then rain begins to move in. Watch how it fills its way in throughout the area overnight. Into early Saturday, watch some pockets of the Adirondacks could see a wintry mix, maybe some flakes mix in. Again, this is not going to really accumulate on the ground. And in the outlying areas, if you're in Utica, Little Falls, parts of the southern valleys as well, you're not really going to see this snowfall. It's all going to be rain. Either way, Saturday, mostly cloudy, patchy drizzle, just a damp day expected to start your weekend. So your 7-day forecast, rain showers expected on Sunday, still generally overcast. I mentioned previously, we got new data coming in about an hour or so ago on what happens on Memorial Day itself, and it pretty much reinforces our idea that if there's going to be sunshine, if you're heading out to any festivities or parades or anything, wear those sunglasses, but keep your umbrella handy. There could be some rain showers, but as long as there's sun shining, if I can put my sunglasses on, that's a step forward.
Yeah, bring both.
Yep.
Eric, thanks. Well, stay with us. Up next.
Time now for a first look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Still raining out there.
Still raining, still tracking cold conditions. Let's take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The next round is moving in from the south. We managed to hit 50 today. That's about all the good news that I have. We've had the wind, clouds, and it's been raining for most of the day. It's been absolutely chilly, but we did manage to squeeze 50 degrees with just a brief break in the rain, with more on the way. Rain continues tonight. Showers continue tomorrow. We're going to be stuck in this weather pattern. I think it's going to be just as cool tomorrow as today, maybe slightly less windy and slightly less wet. Every day will improve weather-wise, but it is going to be a very slow progression as we head towards the weekend. Temperatures in the 40s this evening. We are tracking and we're looking ahead to the holiday weekend. I'll let you know how things play out, what days you can have your outdoor barbecue if you're having one. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. After 10 months of construction.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Let's take a look at the forecast heading into the holiday weekend. Will this wet weather linger? It will. It just won't be quite as nasty as today. Saturday and Sunday, cloudy skies, on and off showers. It's not going to rain the whole day on either of these days. The rain will be lighter, there will be less wind, and it will be warmer, but it's not going to be the nicest days to be outdoors. Temperatures will be in the 50s, which is still 10 to 15 degrees cooler than average. By Monday, the weather does improve. I can't rule out a shower on Monday. That's kind of one of the new developments here. But we're up to 69 degrees, and those showers are not expected to last all day. So Monday by far is going to be the better outdoor day of the stretch, and it will be a lot warmer. May not be totally rain-free, but it'll be a lot nicer than what we're dealing with today. Live look at Oneonta, 45 degrees. This picture pretty much sums up our afternoon. Widespread rain continues to move in from the south. We'll see rain on and off as we head into tonight. The wind will be persistent as coming in from the east. It's been a windy afternoon. The winds will be around tomorrow, maybe slightly less than today, but they don't really go away over the next couple of days. Did we break a record today? We did not. We hit 50 degrees. We are above the record coldest high, 47 degrees back in 2006, and we're not going to break tomorrow's record either. 44 back in 1963. But again, it is a chilly day. Westmoreland, 49 degrees, as well as Little Falls. Cooperstown, 46, Oneonta, 45. By the way, you can get weather alerts to your phone or even just ways to check the radar on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. This rain is caused by a nor'easter. It's developing off the Atlantic coast, and this is going to move north. It'll bring more rain to our area as we head into tomorrow. Scattered showers tonight. Overnight lows drop into the low 40s. On and off rain showers tomorrow. Notice there's a lot less green showing up. So even though it's still wet and we're not really going to dry out, it won't be quite as miserable as today, but it's still just as cold. The temperatures will be in the upper 40s. Rain showers continue tomorrow night. On Saturday, cloudy skies. Notice a few passing showers throughout the day. Temperatures in the low 50s. Rain tonight, a low of 42. Tomorrow, showers around 49 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather warms up next week. We're back into the upper 60s on Memorial Day. Again, a brief showers possible. Tuesday, Wednesday looking mostly cloudy, and then rain returns on Thursday. So still some pretty rough weather, unfortunately, spilling into the weekend.
But there's something to look forward to.
For sure.
It's going to get better.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Bill. The Atlantic hurricane season meteorologist, Bill Curtis.
So we're tracking some cool, chilly weather here, wet weather here over the next couple of days. But I wanted to get our minds onto the summer season as it is inevitable. It's going to be kicking off here in a couple of weeks with some warmer weather. Also want to remind you that we can get severe weather, and we're getting you ready for this. Our Severe Weather Safety Show kicks off tonight on CBS Utica at 7 o'clock. If you missed that, it's going to be rebroadcast on WKTV Saturday at noon. It's our weather team's way of getting you ready for the upcoming season, especially based on last year, how active things were. It's very helpful just to remind folks what to do when the weather does turn bad. Temperatures are going to gradually warm up here, but we've got a couple of cold days ahead before we start to see significant changes. We do expect temperatures to be back into the 60s and 70s early next week, but not anytime soon. We're tracking more rain out there. Showers will continue as we head into this evening. If you are taking the dog out for a walk, make it a short one. Temperatures will be in the 40s. Kylie from South Utica is tonight's featured dog. If you want to be part of this, head to Skycast WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. It's one of the top stories at WKTV.com right now, so we thought we'd share it with you on TV as well. The state DEC recently captured a copperhead snake. It's venomous and native to eastern North America, I should say. It was under an outdoor staircase in New Paltz. Rattlesnakes are also present in New York. You can head to our website to learn where the DEC encountered those and what they look like. A consumer alert.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Dreary conditions are going to continue for a little while longer. We're going to see temperatures similar to today for tomorrow with widespread rain. I don't think it's going to rain quite as much as it did today, or at least quite as long. But temperatures are expected to be, again, in the upper 40s. Excuse me. As we get into Saturday, we're going to expect temperatures to be a little bit warmer. There will be less in terms of rainfall. And we get into a nicer weather pattern heading towards the end of the week and into the weekend. Sunday and Monday particularly, things will get a little bit better. You can see the downtown camera is wet, temperature of 50 degrees. We actually hit 50 Didn't do that on Monday. Can you believe today is actually on paper warmer than Monday? I know it didn't feel like that. Monday's high, by the way, 49. So yeah, we're kind of splitting hairs here. If you're looking to plant and you're thinking over the weekend, things look better. It's pretty chilly at night, but I think we'll stay away from frost. The frost-sensitive plants are not happy when temperatures are in the upper 30s. We'll get it pretty close to that for a few nights. But again, we are heading in a warmer direction, and we're going to get away from frost here as we look ahead. Widespread rain continues. This next arm is moving into the Mohawk Valley. This is all moving north. We'll have on and off rain showers heading into tonight. Reminder, you can always track the weather on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. Skywatchers checking in. Temperatures in the 40s. Bob and Clinton 49. Mike in New Hartford 49 degrees. Jeff in Mohawk 48. Westford with 44. This rain is being caused by a nor'easter. It's just a name of a storm off the Atlantic seaboard. It doesn't always produce snow. This one's producing a cold rain. At the highest elevations of the Adirondacks, it actually is expected to produce some snow showers overnight. But again, in the Mohawk Valley, that cold rain will continue. Temperatures tonight drop into the low 40s. We'll see on and off rain showers tomorrow. Slightly less windy, but not much better than today. Temperatures only in the upper 40s for the high. Showers continue into tomorrow night. Saturday, on and off rain showers, slightly less cold. But again, it doesn't really start to change until we head into Monday. Rain tonight, low 42. Tomorrow, showers around 49 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloudy over the weekend, on and off rain showers, temperatures in the 50s. Monday, we're expecting a return to sunshine. Just a slight chance of a shower. We did put it on the 7-day. Nothing to cancel your outdoor plans, but just be aware there could be a brief shower. 69. Looking at warmer weather Tuesday and Wednesday, mostly cloudy. Widespread rain looks to return, but on the lighter side, looking ahead to Thursday. We'll be right back.
The forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. The rain keeps on coming.
Yeah, it's been an absolutely dreary day today. Cold as well and windy. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're going to stay in the thick of things tonight. Tomorrow isn't looking much better, maybe slightly less wet, but still just as cold. 49 degrees is the current temperature. We did hit 50 briefly when that rain kind of let up here over the past hour. But again, it's going to feel chilly as we head into tonight, tomorrow. Widespread rain continues. It remains cool, cloudy, wet as we head into the start of the weekend. Things do look better as we progress through the weekend and into early next week. Rain this evening, temperatures in the mid-40s. I'm tracking rainfall totals, and also we're looking ahead to the holiday weekend. And I've got to look at that forecast in 10 minutes. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New at 6.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Just a miserable, nasty day out there with rain, wind, and just chilly weather. This is not going to stay like this over the next couple of days. We will be seeing improvements. It's going to be much slower than I think most of us would prefer, but we are going to get there. As we look ahead to the weekend, if you're trying to plan things outdoors, by far the best day looks to be Monday. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s. There is the chance of a brief shower, but I would not cancel your outdoor plans. The showers are going to be few and far between, and it's going to be a lot warmer. It's going to feel a lot nicer, especially compared to what we just dealt with today. Now, for Saturday and Sunday, not great. Better than today, but not by much. Cloudy skies, on and off showers. Both days, temperatures in the 50s, cool. Neither day looks to be a washout, but we're going to be dealing with on and off rain showers for a good portion of the day. We don't really get a chance to dry out until early next week. Live look at downtown Utica, 49 degrees. Again, just a chilly one across the region. Widespread showers continue to move through central New York. This is going to be continuing as we head into tonight and tomorrow. As cold as it was today, it's actually been colder. You go back to 2006, the high temperature that day, 47. We did hit 50 degrees today in between rain showers, but this is about as cold as it gets for this time of the year. Even if we didn't break a record, it was certainly one that we'll remember for a long time. If, by the way, you are heading outdoors over the weekend, you want a way to get weather information on your phone. An easy way to do that is to download our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. Temperatures this evening in the 40s. Bob and Clinton 49, Inlet 45, Jeff and Mohawk 48, Worcester with 46 degrees. This area of low pressure is a nor'easter. That's why we're dealing with such persistent cold and wet weather. This system is going to move to the north, and we'll be dealing with it tomorrow again. On and off showers, breezy conditions. Temperatures start out in the low 40s. We'll be tracking some light showers throughout Friday. It's not going to rain as steady as it did today, but it will be raining for a good portion of the day. Temperatures climb into the upper 40s. Showers continue into tomorrow night. On Saturday, on and off showers. We'll see less of them compared to today and tomorrow. Temperatures in the low 50s. Rain tonight, low 42. Rain continues tomorrow. Again, it's just not as steady as today. High of 49. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Low 50s Saturday, upper 50s Sunday. Cloudy, on and off showers. Monday looks warmer. Some breaks of sunshine, 69. Passing shower, up to 71 Tuesday. Dry Wednesday. Rain showers return on Thursday.
I feel for folks who weren't able to mow their lawn the 2 dry days we had earlier this week, because looks like Tuesday or Wednesday.
It's going to be tough.
Oh, you're off one. All right,
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill. Still to come on News Channel. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis with the first look at the forecast tonight. Oh.
Did we break records? It was so miserable today, but did we actually
it
break
felt
records?
like we did.
We didn't. We were pretty close. The record high, or the record lowest high temperature, 47 in 2006. We got up to 50 today briefly, so we were pretty close. Let's take a look at the radar this evening. We've been tracking rain throughout the majority of the day. The rain has somewhat diminished. It is not as widespread. It is not as heavy as it was earlier, as the primary storm that we were dealing with today has now pushed to the east. But we are going to be tracking clouds and showers with it over the next couple of days. The current temperature of 48 degrees at east-southeast wind at 10 miles an hour. It stays chilly over the next several days. We're looking at high temperatures once again in the upper 40s tomorrow. We'll be in the low 50s Saturday, upper 50s Sunday before it starts to warm up as we head into early next week. A few showers out there tonight, low temperature of 42, breezy conditions. Again, tracking another rough day of weather tomorrow, but things are going to improve. A look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, Town of Webb Police.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're tracking a generally cloudy, cool, and somewhat wet weekend ahead. Temperatures will be in the 50s both Saturday and Sunday with on and off rain showers. Not the nicest of days to be outdoors, but better than today. I think it's going to be less wet and less windy. Monday, that looks to be by far the nicer of the 3 days to be outside. Sunshine is expected. There is the rain icon here, but it's only a passing shower. I'm not expecting Monday to be all that wet for very long. We are tracking showers. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's a wet evening here in central New York. The winds have been picking up today from the east. Those will turn into the west as we head into tonight and tomorrow. And it will be a breezy afternoon with wind gusts similar to today, between about 15 to 25 miles an hour. The winds will be sticking around as we head into the weekend. By the way, you can get weather information on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. You can get information on the latest radar as well as current conditions. Bigger picture, tracking again widespread rain. We've got a nor'easter, an area of low pressure off the Atlantic seaboard that has developed. You can see the heaviest rain is to our east tonight. This is going to move to the north and east. We will see some residual showers in its wake, and that's going to continue over the next couple of days. Tonight, cloudy skies, a few passing showers. Overnight lows drop into the low 40s. Tomorrow, on and off showers, another cool, cloudy, breezy day. High temperatures will be near 50 degrees. Rain continues tomorrow night, and again, it's a gloomy start to the weekend. Cloudy skies on Saturday. A few sprinkles around. I don't think Saturday is going to be a washout, but again, we're just going to be seeing an absence of sunshine once again with high temperatures in the low 50s. Tonight, rain, low of 42. Tomorrow, on and off showers throughout a good portion of the day. Another cool, cloudy afternoon with a breeze, a high of 49. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, cloudy, showers. Monday, sunshine, a lot warmer, 69. Next week, we're into the 70s on Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies, mostly cloudy Wednesday with rain showers returning Thursday. We'll be right back.
Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Could we have broken a record?
We just missed it. 47 is the record lowest high. We hit 50 today. Here's a stat you're not going to believe. It was actually warmer today than it was on Monday by 1 degree.
It was cold out there.
Well, we had the wind, we had the rain. We didn't have that on Monday. So
Yeah.
I guess it's all relative. Let's take a look at the radar this evening. It is looking less wet compared to earlier, but we are still tracking some showers out there. It's a live look at the Yorkville Battery. Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Temperatures are pretty much the same as they were earlier today, 47 degrees. That wind continues from the east-southeast at 11 miles an hour. It's going to stay chilly for the next couple of days. We have rain showers, clouds, wind in the forecast. But there is an end to this weather pattern, and it's going to be early next week. We should start to climb out of this, start to warm up. Showers around tonight, an overnight low of 42. I'm tracking what the weekend is looking like weather-wise, what the best days would be to do any outdoor activities. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, town of...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a close look at the weekend. The weather stays cloudy, and it's generally dreary on Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures will only be in the 50s, not the best days to be outdoors. Memorial Day looks better. We're expecting some sunshine. There is the chance of a shower here, but I think it's few and far between, and I don't think that should be a reason to cancel any of your plans. So, best outdoor day by far Monday. Number 2 would be Sunday, and then the least favorable outdoor day looks to be Saturday. We are tracking widespread showers, a continuation of the weather we've been having all day. It's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The wind has been very noticeable today. The winds will be backing off somewhat tonight, but they're back tomorrow. They switch into the west, and we're going to be dealing with breezy conditions here over the next couple of days as low pressure sits off the coast. If you're looking for a way to have weather warnings instantly to your phone, an easy way to do that is to download our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. You can also get current conditions as well as the latest radar. Bigger picture shows a nor'easter to our east. You can see this big area of low pressure, this big swirl, all this rain out towards Boston. That's the center of the storm. It's producing a lot of wind, waves, even some snow in some of the higher elevations of the mountainous terrain in New England. As far as our local weather is concerned, we're going to be on the edge of this. We'll see the remnants of low pressure to our west, which means the weather, it's going to stay cloudy. It's going to stay cool over the next couple of days and also wet. Tonight, a passing shower, overnight lows in the low 40s. Tomorrow, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies. A few light showers arrive later in the day. Another cool afternoon with high temperatures in the upper 40s. Tomorrow night, showers, overnight lows in the low 40s. On Saturday, cloudy skies, a few passing showers throughout the day. It's not going to be quite as wet, but it'll be just as cool with highs in the low 50s. Tonight, rain, low 42. Tomorrow, on and off showers throughout most of the day. Another cool afternoon, a high of 49. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, the weather does slowly improve throughout the weekend. We're into the 60s on Monday, 70s Tuesday, mostly cloudy. We're dry Wednesday, a high of 69. Rain returns on Thursday. We'll be right back.